Good afternoon, everybody. Happy Tuesday. Welcome in to the NCAA Basketball Hoop Hour with me, the big man on campus, here for Tuesday, January 29th, 2019. We get it going tonight. We break down pretty much every game on the card, try to give you an opinion for everything, and make you a better. Cashed in last night with NC Central minus 2.5 for 3. They won it by 4. I think we bet 2.5 here on the show, but welcome in. Big card tonight. Already 70-plus people waiting for me here, so appreciate you all. Thank you. Tell your friends, hit the like button, and get them involved. This show is, I think, needs to be listened to by every gambler in America that bets college basketball an hour or two before the games start. So let's keep growing this show, get it back to heights that we had last year. It was a fun run. Let's get it all going. Also, guys, do want to make this clear. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. As March gets closer, if you remember last year, I did a conference tournament breakdown for every single conference, all 32. I picked a winner of every single one. I threw out some real bangers. LAU Brooklyn to win the NEC at 12-1. Threw out a couple other bangers. I'm going to do that this year as well. Going to give you a conference tournament breakdown for every single game. We'll give you the pick to win and a sleeper for all the conferences. So make sure you join us for that. Let's go through a couple shout-outs, and then let's jump into this card. We will have a free play again for tonight. I have one premium play, which I'm very happy with. Really love this spot tonight. Really love the situation, so looking forward to that one. James, Ninja, Vinny, John, Brendan, David, Eric, Hal, Mikey D, what's up? Trenton, Isaac. I'm losing track here, people. Thank you. Well, we won with Isaac. Don't worry about sweating. It was a winner. Sean, Brent, Michael, John Nelson, Alex, Jordan, Brad, Shun, Shadow, Jake, Brian, Alex, Rob. Hit the like button. Jason, Marlon, Adam, George, Scott, Edward, Big Tom G. What's up? Yes, Jake. We'll be doing those. Thank you, Ryan. What's up, Captain? Also, guys, want to let you all know about something else. Premium. Well, not premium, but something that if you tune in, you will make money. It's that simple. Tune into my Periscopes every night. We do them late night. I don't have a set time, generally 11 o'clock a.m. Tonight, probably going to do it around midnight. We do have a game at 11 o'clock tonight, Nevada, UNLV. If you've tuned in the last couple times we've done them, we have made money. You look at last night, over 114 second half, Clippers, Hawks, winner. You look at the other night with Tulane, SMU, over the total, Saturday night, winner. You look at last week, Nevada, Colorado State, second half, over 82, winner. The free info we're throwing out there is good. And again, guys, it is pretty much generally the only game on at that point. We have some fun. We talk about random shit. Last night we were talking about what's a random chick you'd bang that no one else would. We got off the board as well. You look at that at 9 o'clock at SBR. We're putting out bangers. Throughout Baylor last night, live, winner. There's some bangers on these late shows. Last night, we were throwing out, who would you fuck that no one else would? My choice, Holly Rowe. Very random, I know. Long story. But again, we don't want to hear about all yours now, but that was just the premise of last night's Periscope. So we have fun with that. Should you go to UNLV game tonight? Yes, you should go to the game. It'll be a fun one. Let's get into the games because we've been talking too much. Let's get into it. I'm not going to go through every game, but I'm going to go through most of them. The only games I probably won't go to is fucking the MAC because I hate that conference. We'll start up at the top with Tennessee, South Carolina. South Carolina have been playing well. And as we know with Tennessee, it's been cardiac city for Tennessee. They're laying a big number here on the road. Tennessee, though, finally kind of gets it straight over the weekend against West Virginia. I think we all know, though, West Virginia, not a great team. I don't know. I mean, South Carolina's been scrappy. I mean, Silva's been real good. They're getting some good minutes out of some others as well. Guys like AJ Lawson and Hassan Grandal, Philippe Haas. They've got some decent minutes out of those guys. I don't know. We know I don't like Tennessee. Question is, can Chris Silva guard Williams? It's going to be tough. I think he can give him something. I kind of like the points here, gun to my head. But we're getting down to that point where, if you get down to 7.5, 8, you might start to see some value on Tennessee. Georgia, Arkansas, I could look no other way but over in this basketball game. Both these teams, the general concession is they play quick, they play fast. Georgia shoots a lot of threes. They like to go quick. You look at the game the other day against Texas, high scoring. A lot of their games have been 92-82, 93-78, 98-88. Very high scoring games. They love the three. And look, I'm not in love with Georgia on the defensive. And Arkansas, always very quick under Mike Anderson. They go very quick as it is. 40th in the country in tempo. I think we see it over here. I would probably look towards points in this game. This number's moved up to like 152 from 151. So obviously you're not getting the best of it. You got a couple of MAC games here in a row. The only one that I'd have any interest in would maybe be Ball State. Maybe they can, give Buffalo a game. We've seen Buffalo kind of have a little bit of an issue lately. They haven't played particularly well. Obviously, losing Northern Illinois. Battled against Kent State the other night, got the job done. But you look at a lot of these games, it's been pretty close. You look at a team in Ball State. If a team's going to be able to run with Buffalo, it's Ball State. They have been very good on offense this year. 38th in the country in effective field goal offense. Been real good. They're an experienced team. And they tested themselves in the out-of-conference, played a lot of tough teams to prepare themselves for games like this. They went and played Purdue and Virginia Tech and Alabama, Loyola Chicago, Valpo, Toledo, even in conference. These are tough games. They play a lot of man offense, which, I don't know, isn't the greatest thing to do against Buffalo. But, I think if I'm getting, 11 and a half here, gun to my head, I'd take Ball State. I think, the time is now where I think maybe if you're going to fade Buffalo, maybe it's right now. And I think Ball State's as good as anyone that can maybe play with them in this conference. A couple of comments here. What's up, Sean? Thank you, Mike. Comment, very nice there. Smoking some sour and listening to one of the best. Thank you, Mike. It's not one of the best. I am the best. Liberty Lipscomb. Total looks interesting. We'll get to that one. Personally, Texas is one of the best teams to match up with SC. Oh, you mean Tennessee? Yes, I agree. And that's why I think that the value could be going there. Anthony Mastronardi, what's happening? Yeah, you got to say heart attack or cardiac. I don't have any opinion on Northern Illinois. I'm not a big MAC guy. That's the one conference I don't really bet too much with. I know the teams, but I don't really like betting it. Super Apple Fitness, welcome in. Troy V, Chris, Steve, Michael DeSola, Mitchell, Lewis, Mike, Maya. Thank you, Mike. Yaez, what about CMU, EMU? I don't really think CMU is very good. I think CMU is one of the softest teams in the country as far as schedule. I mean, you look at CMU. I mean, could there be a bigger fraud of a team than CMU? They're at home tonight, but you look at this team, 14-6. I mean, if anyone can find a quality win there, I'd like to hear it. Because, I don't see a lot of quality wins here. I see 3 wins against non-Division I teams. I see wins against Chicago State, Bakersfield, San Jose, Sam Houston, Youngstown, Southern Illinois, Missouri, Kansas City, Jackson State, Miami, Ohio, Akron, and Northern Illinois. I mean, there is no good wins there. The best win you have is Northern Illinois. You talk about a team, though, with just a hideous non-conference schedule. They're a fraud, a total fraud of a team. There's just not a lot they do well this year. I mean, I guess they get to the foul line. and they don't turn it over, but they don't really run offense that well. Defensively, it's always been a problem for them under Keno Davis. So, yeah, I think they're a team that's a big fraud, to be honest. And that's what I have to say about Central Michigan University. North Carolina, Georgia Tech. Talked about this one on the closing line show. I like UNC here. I think this is the blowout of the night. I think Georgia Tech is severely outmatched in this game. I think North Carolina is just going to shred them. I mean, if Georgia Tech can't get to the hoop and get to the line, they don't score. I mean, it's that simple. They're hurt. They're hobbled right now. Brandon Alston's been out. Jose Alvarado's been in and out of the lineup. You had Duke over the weekend. You got Florida State on deck. And you got one of the biggest teams in the country who rebounds out of the gym. Georgia Tech's not big. They don't rebound. They're undersized. And look, frankly, right now, UNC's a pretty scary team. I mean, they're rolling. Defensively, they're terrific. They go very fast. They're terrific from the foul line. They don't really put you on the foul line either. They're just terrific. A lot of continuity on this team. They can go and win on the road. They can win at home. This team's won on the road and won at North Carolina State. Won on the road and won at Miami. Won some neutral court games against high-quality teams. Played some high-quality teams. Beat up Gonzaga. We forget about that. We forget about that destruction of the Bulldogs. They were terrific in that game. You could argue that was the best performance out of any team this year against another team. What UNC did to Gonzaga. It was that impressive. I think Georgia Tech stinks. I think they're another fraud team. I mean, their 3 wins in conference are Wake, Syracuse, and Notre Dame. 2 of them are at home. You look at every game they've stepped up, they've lost by 12 or more. This team stinks. They don't finish. I expect UNC to come out. UNC only games they kind of struggle in are those early 12 o'clock games on Saturday. They had an easy time getting in here. I think they're fully prepared in this game. I think they destroy Georgia Tech. Again, guys, we don't need to ask about certain games. I'm going to go through all of them. The only issue I have with this game, and you're probably asking me, Big Man, why didn't you send this game out? Because I didn't get the best number. I fucked around and waited, and this lines up to 11 now, and that's my own fault. Virginia, NC State, 6,700 tickets on this game. 75% of them are on Virginia. 60% of the money's on Virginia. Sharps are staying away from Virginia. I don't think they like getting involved with them. I think NC State does some interesting things, but this is simply a case of I'm not stepping in front of Virginia. I mean, it's just that easy. This seems to me like a 10-point win. North Carolina State doesn't really do too much that I think will bother the Cavs here. And the thing about Virginia is they're not just that regular, all they do is play defense and win every game 61-49. No, they have been terrific on offense this year. They don't turn the ball. They just don't turn it over. It's just that easy. They turn the ball over 13.5% of the time. That's number 1 in the country by a wide margin. That's amazing. I mean, you look at turnover percentage. Okay, there's only 2 teams in the country that turn it under 14%. Notre Dame, or actually, I'm sorry, St. Joe's and Virginia. And you look at teams that are playing well right now: Gonzaga, Michigan, Nevada, Virginia, San Francisco, Hofstra, Buffalo, Iowa State, Cincinnati, Butler, Vermont, Tennessee. All these teams turn it over 16.5% of the time or less. You must be looking at these metrics. And if you're not, you are losing. We talk about teams and where they are at the beginning of the year and where they are now. I'm like a fine wine. Last year, I jumped out and flew. This year, hit a little bit of turbulence, and it's been smooth sailing ever since. We found out numbers, and now we fucking get those numbers, and we fucking cruise. That's how it goes in this business. If you're fucking talking about shit that happened back in November or October, fuck off. Nobody gives a shit about that. Nobody cares about 9 meaningless games in November with a handicapper that, look, let's just be honest, wasn't seeing the board very well. Right now, I'm fucking murdering it. And every day, I continue to add info to the arsenal. It's no secret, guys, as well, that the teams that turn it over a lot, let's look at those teams. Manhattan, UNC Asheville, Western Carolina, Maine, San Jose, Harvard, New Orleans, UTEP, all having down seasons. You know why? Because they fucking turn the ball over a lot. If you turn it over, you do not win. It's that simple. If you don't make free throws, you will not win. It's that simple. If you don't defend the three, you will not win. It's that simple. If you cap that way, you will win more than you lose. Nobody gives a shit about players on the team. Nobody cares about anything. It's about matchups against the other team, and will those players be effective? And then you look at the team thing. I don't care that people come on the air and talk about 1 or 2 players on each team. Give us a reason as to why they're going to win. Give us a reason as to why they're going to be effective or not effective. That's what I do here. And I don't get charged anything for it either. So all you shitheads that want to talk about me giving picks out, I give out a few picks a day, and the best picks are to the best people. Those people believe in me. And I'm not saying none of you do. It's a big-time thing here. This is Big Man on Campus Enterprises, and this is what we do here. We provide as to why they're going to win, not a fucking pick, and then you just say, oh, listen to what I say because I'm on a 2-month run. Nobody knows who the fuck you are. There's a reason the big boys come to me, because I fucking know what I'm doing. Let's get off my high horse for a second. Let's keep it going. So look, what did we learn here? What did we all learn here? Virginia doesn't turn the ball over. And they play defense, and they make foul shots. That's why Virginia is going to the Final Four. And tonight, they're going to beat another team, NC State. It is interesting, though. But you look at NC State. What does Kevin Keats do? Kevin Keats is a pressure guy. He loves to press. He loves to force turnovers. What does Virginia not do, everybody? They don't turn the ball over. It's all about matchups. Ask yourself this. Does your guy tell you that? Does your guy get on camera and give you picks? Nope. Does your guy sit on a show and do it all by himself? Nope. Is your guy the most transparent guy in the business? Nope. You're just the flavor of the week. Remember that song? That's all these handicappers are. You're just the flavor of the week. I don't know who sang that, but we know who it was. Who sung that song, by the way? Okay, there you go. American Hi-Fi. That's today's show's title. Flavor of the week. Couple comments here. What do we got? Rob Job. Virginia's the best covering team the last 2 seasons. One of the best. Yeah, Virginia's numbers are falling quickly. I feel great that I got them. I bet them in August at 15-1 out at the Golden Nugget in Vegas. Got the ticket right on my counter. Thank you, Chad. Thank you, Jar Jar. Thank you, Jar Jar. Jar Jar killing it today with comments. You can find all my picks at rightwager.com. I don't think they have another song, Jordan. That's a good point by you. I don't think they have another song. Can we get the best bet of the day? Yes. You have to wait to the end of the show, though. I'm not playing those games anymore where people just come in for the picks and then run. We got 276 people in here. And let me tell you something. I only have 2,600 subscribers. Every single person in here is in here because they want to be here. Not because they give out fucking shout outs and talk about how fucking great they all are. I fucking win and I fucking give info. And it makes fucking sense. I don't bring some fucking kid on in a fucking his mother's basement somewhere talking about fucking a name for every school and talking about how good they are. Man, use a window shopper. Mad at me. I think I know why. That's what we're singing. You said you a wankster, but you never cop nothing. You said you a gangster, and you need to stop fronting. Go to the dealership. You'll never cop nothing. Been hustling a long time, but you ain't got nothing. Damn, homie. In high school, you was the man, homie. What the fuck happened to you? That's what we're saying to these dudes. We're having too much fun on this show today. Loving it. Love it. I'm loving this show today. We're having fun. This is what we do here. We have fun. Thank you for joining us, Scott. I'm not talking about anybody. But hey, if the shoe fits. Thank you, Steven. Thanks for watching, J. Cole. Appreciate it. Rock NYC, thanks for joining us. Let's keep it moving here. And let's go to Northwestern, Maryland. Tough game here. I don't really know if Maryland should be an 8-point favorite here. I feel like Northwestern's getting it going a little bit. Just saying. I do like Chris Collins as a coach. I think he's terrific. I just think he's just lost some talent. But you look at it. They've won 2 or 3. Not a great matchup against Wisconsin. But again, I think Maryland is a team where if you can kind of take Bruno Fernando out of the game, you can stay in the game. We saw that happen the other night against Illinois. You look at the numbers, and surprisingly, I mean, Fernando and Cowan actually had a good game, but no one else did anything. If you can shut those two guys out, I mean, you have a chance against Maryland. Northwestern desperately needs a win here. I mean, they've just been kind of flip-flopping. You look at their wins in conference, Rutgers, Indiana, and Illinois, nothing to really write home about there. They haven't really been able to step up in competition, but I don't know if Maryland's a great team. So I kind of like Northwestern here. Thank you, Ryan. Appreciate it. My biggest loss or win? I don't know. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about my biggest loss. I bet pretty decent. Do I put personal cash on my picks? Of course I do. I know most of these people don't, but I do. By the way, I also don't go to a job like all these other guys do. Ask your capper that. Does he go to a job every day? That's what you can ask them too. Thank you, Rock NYC. It's not a competition, Artez. It's not even close. Who are these guys? All I want to know is who they are. That's what I want to know. I want to know who these people are. I want to know who this kid is. Who is he? Because like last year, he was in my inbox asking me for picks. He was in my show asking me how I can make him a better handicapper. Now all of a sudden, he's a big-time handicapper, and he's the best of the best. Who are these people? Where do they come from? This isn't a business where you just come in and fucking everyone's got to kiss your feet. Who the fuck are these people? That's what I want to know. I want to know why these people were in my inbox last season telling me how great I was. Now this year, they're the cat's meow. That's all I want to know. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to keep doing what I do. No problem, Kyle. All these cats, they were all in my fucking inbox. If you want me to name them one by one, I will. And if you want proof, I'll give it to you. All these dudes, Kobe Valentine, this fucking Max cat, all these dudes, they were all in my fucking inbox. They were all fucking fans. You either live this shit and this is who you are, or you're just trying to be the fucking flavor of the week. There's wannabes, and then there's made men. Let's get back to the breakdowns. Kansas, Texas. Texas will win this game tonight. You can mark that down. Texas will win this game tonight. You can mark that down. This game is a fucking... You must play Texas. Don't fucking bury them with your mortgage money. Bet them for a unit. You must do this. This goes back to years. This is a common theme in the Big 12 over the years. January, February, and early March, you have a subpar team playing a named team. They're at home. They're desperate. They need a win. They got Kansas coming in or some big team coming in, and they're all of a sudden a favorite. Let's just point this out. Very important. 70% of the tickets and 60% of the money is on Kansas, yet the line has done a 180. Remember a couple weeks ago when Kansas played West Virginia? Pretty sure if you came into this show, you know what I would have told you? Take the Mountaineers. And I did. And they won. Saturday. Remember that a couple weeks ago? I told all of you. West Virginia outright. Tonight, Texas wins it again. Why would I bet Texas, you're telling me? Because it just makes sense. This is how Vegas makes money. Because you know what? Most people will bet Kansas, and they'll say, wow, I got Kansas at -1.5. Now they're fucking +2. Or I bet Kansas to pick them. They're getting 2 points now. Why is Kansas getting 2 points? Texas stink. I'll tell you what, though. Texas has won some big games this year. And are they going to win anything long term? I don't give a shit. All that matters is, are they going to win tonight? I think they will. This is not a great team. This is not the team we thought they were, Kansas. I still think they are a team that has some concerns. Listen, I'm at 313 people in here right now. I don't get any promotion. This is strictly me tweeting this out. That's it. I love all of you, and I thank you for listening to me. This is what I fucking love right here. I so badly love this every day. I'm loving this today. I'm having a great time on this show. We still have 20 minutes, and I love it. We're having fun. We're talking. We're keeping it fucking real. And we might be offending some people, but that doesn't matter because they can't hold my fucking jock strap. Too bad I can't show you all my inbox right now because you'd be quite interested in who's in there. What's wrong with trying to make a name for yourself? Nothing. It's just you're wasting your time. That's all. But hey, keep doing what you got to do. If you don't make money doing this, it's a fucking hobby. When I started this, nobody knew who I was back in 2009. Nobody knew what gambling was. But I knew this was coming. I knew 10 years down the road, it's all going to pay off. But I've done this since I was a kid. I've done this shit. I've been around this shit my whole life. I gambled on football pools when I was 5 years old. It became cool to gamble, and everybody started doing it. And when all this is over and it all ends, I'll still be here. I'm married to this shit. This is my life. It's time to marry the game, and I said I do. I'm not married to no chick. I'm married to the game. MOB, baby. That's what we live here. Brian said he just farted. Can he go tout now? That's funny. Thank you, Robbie. Cheers to you, buddy. Thank you, Eric. Yes, we had fun with that guy. Thank you, Saru. Mike's on Wire Season 4. It's the best season. Enjoy it. Let's keep it moving here. We got to go through all these games. Thank you, Ron Crawford. Appreciate that. Thank you, Scott. What else do we got? St. Joe's Dayton. Interesting game here. St. Joe's, another team we just talked about. One thing the Joes do is they don't turn it over either. Problem is they don't have a lot of talent, and that's a concern. They don't have a ton of talent. I mean, you got to figure Oliva's out. Lamar Kimball's out now. It's Charlie Brown's team. And the truth of the matter is they just don't have a ton of talent outside. When they next year, St. Joe's will be a team to worry about. Ryan Daly's eligible from Delaware. He'll play. You know, it's been a tough 2 seasons for Phil Martelli. This is a good spot to back Dayton, I think. A home game, only laying 8.5 here. This Dayton team, guys, you might be surprised to know. Do you know who's second in the country in 2-point percentage? Well, you guessed it. It's Dayton. They're shooting 60% from 2, guys. 60% Dayton from 2. That's impressive, man. Really impressive. While St. Joe's doesn't turn it over, they also don't turn anyone over. So they're not going to put you into bad situations. Dayton looks like a nice player. I don't know who's going to guard Josh Cunningham. I mean, there's just not a lot of talent right now in this St. Joe's team. And it's really just because of injuries. It's that simple. They're a young team. They don't have much of a bench. They're not a big team. I mean, you look at in the country, St. Joe's, 211th in average height. Not a big team. This Dayton team is really good on offense, particularly in the half court, which is what you like. They're slow. They're efficient. I think if they could do enough here, I think they win like 79-65, something like that. We'll get to that, Kobe. Am I Sagittarius? No, I'm a Cancer. Yes, Jay. That's my hero. So, yes. Do I still like CAA for overs? When they're at 140, 142, but they're not there anymore. And you look at the CAA this year, it's been a different conference because Hofstra's tempos really fell down. They've gotten better defensively. William & Mary's not what they were last year. Towson, they're not what they were. You know, you look at all the teams that were there last year. Charleston, the up-tempo, UNC Wilmingtons. Those teams aren't doing the same things this year. And that's why you have to get up on these teams because the conferences are totally different. Plus, the numbers are not as good. You're not getting the better numbers. You had William & Mary this year. They went over every game because they were an efficient offense and they made every free throw. When you're good, what happens is teams come in and pillage you and they take all your players. Greg Malinowski, big-time player at William & Mary last year. He's at Georgetown now. That's what happens. You pillage these teams, and then they're going to be conferences that struggle. What's up, Guan? Yeah, I'm getting into that, Ninja. No, I've not given out a free pick. I will. Relax. We're going to get to it. It's all about teasing, guys. There's a reason they don't tell you who wins American Idol right away. You got to watch the show. Listen to the info. Wow, Cody, what's all that's all about? He was racist. You're kidding. Listen, if you're a fucking racist, you're a fucking loser. And I hate that guy even more now. Well, it's funny though, Cody. That guy actually, I had a run-in with him about a year ago. He was upset at what I said. I basically told him I'm not a teacher. I don't help people. I'm not helping you get put on. I don't do that. And he told me I'm a fucking loser because I didn't go to college and America sucks and he's great because he's a Canadian. That's what he told me. So, and then he blocked me. Here's the difference between him and I. Also, he goes out to strip clubs and just fucking feeds them money like a fucking asshole. You know what I do? I go to clubs, grab a fucking broad that's a complete 12, and take her home and make her my girlfriend. That's what I do. I'm just better than most of these people at life. That's how it goes. And what's crazy is I weigh more than they do. I'm probably not even as good looking as they are, and so on. But you know what? I got fucking game. I got a little scuttle, and I know what I'm talking about. People just like people that are good at things, and I'm good at a lot of things. Let's keep it moving. Missouri State Valpo. You talk about a team that's playing well, Missouri State. The Bears are playing terrific basketball. They are playing fantastic on the defensive end. I missed a boat on this game total wise. I think the over has some, or the under has some value here. It's down to 130. I still think it probably stays under. Missouri State's been terrific. They have been awesome on defense. And Valpo is very slow. Both these teams very monotonous. Thank you, Kyle. Kyle doesn't like people that talk about themselves, but it's okay. You can't all be me, Kyle. It's okay. I get it. Thank you, Anthony. Valpo is banged up too. Good point. Corey's saying pure entertainment. Thanks for watching, Corey. Yeah, 3.5. It sucks though. Some of these numbers have gotten away from us a little bit. Is Valpo as bad as we think they are? They are at home here though. Wisconsin, Nebraska. Nebraska looks like the play here, I think, from a line perspective, but I'm not loving what I'm seeing out of this Nebraska team right now. They need a win badly. I'll be honest. I think they have to get this win tonight. Like, I think this is a must win for the Cornhuskers. Because if they don't win here, I mean, it's going to be difficult. You got to get big time wins. This team now has 7 losses. They've lost 5 of 7 and 3 in a row. You got to start winning games. And this is an opportunity for a top 15 Ken Palm win tonight. They have to win this game. Sucks though, because they lost Copeland. That's going to be a big loss because Ethan Happ is very good, as we know. This should be a great game. I fully expect this one to be one that comes down to the wire. Gun to my head, I would take the points here. I just don't trust Nebraska. I don't like Tim Miles. I think Greg Gard's a way better coach. Wisconsin's not going to do the little things. They're not going to turn the ball over. Both these teams pretty smart with the ball. Should be a great game. Should be a great. I think this game has 67-65 written all over it. Something like that. And in a game like that, I want the points. Should be a fantastic game. Mississippi State, Alabama. I was close on Mississippi State. I think they have a lot of advantages in this game. What Alabama wants to do is get out in transition. They want to, kind of get out and run a little bit. Mississippi State's not going to really allow that. They have big guards in the perimeter. And another thing Alabama does well is Dante Hall gets down there and rebounds the basketball. He puts that big body down there, and he gets misses, and they convert easy opportunities. They're not going to be able to do that tonight either. You look at Mississippi State. I've talked about Mississippi State. I think they're a team that I think long-term we're going to start talking about. This team is really experienced. They have a lot of continuity between their starting 5. They're a big team as well. Eric Holman's big. Reggie Perry, Abdul Ado, big kids. I just don't think Alabama has a lot of success in this game because I don't know where their scoring is going to come from. Mississippi State's been able to defend at a high level, and they've been able to score at a high level. Like the Bulldogs tonight, I think they go into Coleman and get a win. Thank you, Savage. Thank you, John. Couple more here, guys. Pittsburgh, Clemson. Not a big feel in this game. Gun to my head, I'd take Pitt. Just think it seems like too many points. If anyone knows me, I'm not a big Clemson guy. I hate Brad Burnell. Ohio State, Michigan. I feel like Michigan kind of shows out here a little bit tonight. We're kind of forgetting about Michigan a little bit. But the truth of the matter is this Ohio State team has been awful. They've lost 5 of 6. Did get a nice win over the weekend, but Michigan, I think, needs kind of one of those bounce-back games. They got it on Friday. I think they keep it going here. Got a nice stretch of games, too. You look at beating Minnesota, you beat Indiana, you get a win tonight, nice 10-point win. You get Iowa, Rutgers on coming up. Then you get that big rematch against Wisconsin at home. Really sets up good right now for Michigan as the season gets closer to ending. You got Michigan State at home. You got Nebraska at home. You got Wisconsin at home. You got tonight's game at home. I think this game is one of those games where Michigan's going to go on one of those big 16-5 runs, pull away. What do I think about Ignas Brazdeikis? I think he's a good player. I think for him, though, he seems a bit timid. Like he seems like at times he doesn't want to bang, with some of these taller players. And that's a concern because you look at who you're going to have to beat in this conference. And one of the reasons I don't like them to win this conference anymore, I don't think they can beat a team like Michigan State or Purdue. Like, I just don't. I mean, I know they beat Purdue, but games that happened in December 1, I don't really care about right now. Can they go and beat Maryland? I think Maryland would beat them. I think some of these teams are just tough matchups for Michigan. I kind of waffled on Wisconsin, Nebraska. What are you talking about? I said that I think they can win, but in a game like this, I would take the points. I clearly said that, Hal. It's time to turn your ears on a little bit. I don't waffle anything. I've given a pick for every game. I don't love the game. If I had to pick it, I would take whiskey +3. And frankly, I'd go to 5 dimes and get 3.5. So there's 3.5s out there. So I would take that. That's one thing I don't do, Hal, is waffle. I don't waffle on anything. You can call me ugly, but don't call me a waffler. Best gamblers asking about the draft class outside of Zion, Barrett, and Morant. No, I don't think it's weak. I mean, I think Reddish is terrific. I think Hachimura's a high-end player. I think Charles Bassey down at Western Kentucky is a star at the next level. I think Culver continues to go up the draft board. Bruno Fernando. Good group of bigs in this draft. I think you have probably 6 to 8 bigs in the first round. Like centers. It's a good draft class for centers. Bassey, Fernando, Bol, Jonte Porter, Goga Bezdikte, Naz Reid, Austin Wiley. I think they all go in the first round. So, yeah, I think the class is good. Does Greg Peterson have regular scheduled appearances on my late show? Yes, he's on every Thursday. Hey, Joey. Does Justin Wright Foreman make the league? I don't know. I mean, I think he's got a little work to do, probably. I think he'll find a way. But just because you don't make the league doesn't mean you're not going to be in the league. There's a lot of kids that haven't made the league that are in the league. Even draft late. Isaiah Thomas was 60th in the draft. Did quite well. TJ McConnell's etched out a nice, spot in the league. Lonzo Trier's etched out a nice spot in the league. A lot of these guys. If you work hard and you want it, you'll go to the NBA at this level. It's that easy. I know people don't think it's easy, but if you're in the scheme of things in the college game, you can get to the NBA. And he can. He just has to work harder. Big man, I still like your shows, but lately it seems you're not getting the views or support you once had. I think it's hate by other people, and it's not fair to you. What show are you talking about? Are you talking about this show? Because this show's getting 300 plus views, and I'm the only one that produces it. Are you talking about my SBR shows? I don't disagree with you. It's not my decision. I'm there to help whenever I can. And again, that's not my decision. But this show is I think the fact that I'm getting 325 people in here, that every single one wants to watch this show, they're not just clicking on it to click on it. I think that's cool. Am I getting 600 like I did last year? No, but I'm not on 40 plus unit run that I was last year. And now that I'm giving out free plays, people like it. I mean, we have almost 100 likes. You'd have to ask them, Glanville. I have no idea. Thank you. Appreciate that. I would love to do shows anywhere I can. And this is where it's had success. You missed the Kentucky breakdown. Well, that's because we didn't get to it yet. Kentucky plays Vandy tonight. And, I like Vandy. I do. I think Vandy has a shot here. I think this is a tough spot for Kentucky. Kentucky coming off a big win, a game they had to rally in. They got Florida on deck. It's a road game. They're laying almost double digits. It's Tuesday night. Vandy's got no conference wins. Everybody loves Kentucky right now. I kind of like Vandy a little bit. You look at how Vandy stays in games. They get to the foul line. They play pretty good defense. I think Kentucky could have a tough game here. I think this is an 8-point game. I think this is a lot like the Tennessee game that Vandy had. I'm waiting for Kentucky to have one of these games where everybody believes in them, and then Kentucky's young. There it goes. Yeah, Joey, listen, I don't make decisions. I'm just going to keep doing what I do. Joey, I don't make the decisions at SBR. They're what they do is their thing, and I just try to put out good content. But I thank you for the comments. Thank you, Fernando. Thanks for listening. Thank you, Scott. Appreciate that. Do I think Marcus Howard makes the NBA? Yeah, I do. I think he's a second-round pick. 35th round there, late first round, early second. I mean, wherever the show is, it's always going to be here. And again, guys, I want to make this very clear, and then we'll get into the play of the day. I have some big things on the horizon. I'm working on some big things, content-wise, show-wise. So I'm hoping everything works out. I have some big ideas coming. So just stay tuned. You will all be taken care of. Let's just say that. What about Texas first half? I don't have an opinion on the first half. I more or less like the game. Is Vandy the weirdest court in college basketball? No, I think Oakland is. Thank you, Edgar. Is this my only job? Yes, it is. Thank you for watching, Edgar. Thank you, Guan. Thank you, Max. Thank you, David H. Maybe someday. All right, guys. Let's kind of quit the bullshit here. Let's have some fun. I'm gonna go with Lipscomb tonight. A little free play action for you. This was very close to being a play of the day. Very close. Very close. The only reason it wasn't the play of the day is because the play of the day I had decided on this morning on my website. But this play is really good. I'm going to take Lipscomb plus the 2.5 against Liberty. Liberty, 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 Liberty. I think Lipscomb wins tonight, and I'll tell you why. Both these teams are terrific. They're both good on offense. They're both good on defense. But I think Casey Alexander is a better coach. He's a Rick Byrd disciple, comes over from Belmont. They run a motion offense. It's really up-tempo, really fast, really quick. I like the way they run it. I think tonight in Lynchburg, who I don't think it's the greatest atmosphere in the world. Should be a fun night down there for those guys, but this home crowd's not going to be that great. And what I love about Lipscomb is I've cashed a lot with them this year. And you look at their out-of-conference schedule. Played Belmont not once but twice. Went to SMU and won. Went to TCU and won. Went to Louisville, lost by 4. Played Vermont and destroyed them, 91-66. Went to Clemson. I mean, what else do you want? I mean, seriously. I mean, their out-of-conference schedule is 43rd in the country. They have a great bench. They have terrific experience. The continuity is fantastic. They rebound the ball well. They get to the foul line. They're 75% from the field. They're just a really solid basketball team. That's what they are. They're really a solid basketball team. And I think at Lipscomb, they're going to do some good things for a long time because they have the right coach. I'm not telling you Richie VK is not a good coach at Liberty. And I'm not telling you they're not at home. And I'm not telling you that, but in this game, I'm getting 2.5 points. And I think I'm getting the better team. Garrison Matthews is the best player in the court. Garrison Matthews is as good as it gets. I think he's a guy, you look at him, he reminds you a lot of like Gordon Hayward. I think he's a guy that, if he can learn to defend at a high level, he can make a roster. Really good scorer. Good shooter. 87% from the line. You love that. Rob Marbury down low. Nathan Moran. Eli Pepper. Like this team. Really do. Give me Lipscomb plus 2.5. I don't think there are any injuries. I think they took the night off. That's what I think happened. I think they were playing Stetson, and Casey Alexander said, why don't you guys sit out tonight? Yeah, a couple knocks. We'll call it undisclosed injuries. I don't think there are any injuries. You don't have two people out randomly. Also, I did a little digging on Lipscomb, and I saw Lipscomb's athletic account on YouTube, did a little get to know Rob Marbury. He looked fine. So I think they're going to be in there and be just fine. This is a big game. I think Ben Alexander basically just said, we're going to give him a rest. So crazy thing to do in a league game, but Stetson stinks. So again, I think we'll put our spot, in the best one here, and we'll try to get it. Thank you, Shadow. Yeah, it's going to be great. I already have things on deck. Thank you, Joey. Do I still do sushi every Friday? I didn't last Friday. I had sushi Sunday night, but yes, generally I do every Friday. Yeah, thank you, Vegas Gun. 2.5. Am I annoyed with all the NBA nonsense going on? No, I think it's fun. Got to get my plays in for the contest tonight. Guys, join me tonight, 9 o'clock on Off the Board on SBR. We'll do some live betting. We'll talk with Drew Martin. Him and I always have fun on the Late Show. So make sure you check that out, 9 o'clock on SBR. All of you guys, check it out. SBR, we give out free second halves and free betting and all sorts of stuff. So make sure you check all that stuff out. I look forward to speaking to all of you on there. Just go to SBR and you can watch it. We broke down every game here, guys. It's that simple. We didn't get to every single one, but we got to go. You all have a great night. Thanks for joining me on the Hoops Hour. We will see you all tomorrow. Have a nice night.